placement program. As a rule, the one who has the most information will have the greatest success in life, said Benjamin Disraeli. Crackit 21 is designed with the intention to equip students with information and direction that is needed to prepare them for and face the placement process with confidence. Information is pretty thin stuff unless mixed with experience, said Clarence Day. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the CET Alumni Association and its members. You bring invaluable experience, and we are extremely grateful for your constant support and cooperation. Now I'd like to invite Nandana to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Crackit 21 Grab Your Dream Job organized by CET BBC Club. First of all, I welcome today's trainer, Advocate Murugesh Ramaya, who is an alumnus of CET and well known among all of us. Now, I welcome the faculty members, Anjan sir, Jayashree ma'am, and also alumni members, Reju sir, Satish sir, and Priya ma'am, who have been constantly guiding us throughout the process. I also welcome the BBC volunteers who have been a great support to make this event a success. Last but not the least, I extend a warm welcome to all the students present here. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandana. Discussion is the exchange of knowledge. An argument is the exchange of ignorance, said Robert Quillen. This evening will be a continuation on the topic of group discussion. Our key speaker for the day is Advocate Murugesh Ramaya, who has been actively involved with Crackit 21 from the beginning. A 1985 batch mechanical engineer from CET, he went on to pursue his MBA and a degree in law. He has over 30 years of experience in the domain of executive recruitment and staffing. He is the founder CEO of CG Institute of Hardware Training. He is a human rights lawyer and a motivational speaker. Welcome, sir. You may please take over.
Hello, everyone. Thanks again. It's good to be back. Can you hear me clearly? It's good to be back again. So what I'm going to do today evening is that I am planning to take off from where Suresh left off yesterday as to what more can a group discussion do, what is the various models of group discussions, and a variety of subjects which can come up for group discussions. If we get a minimum number of volunteers, a minimum number of 7, we can do a mock discussion. And please remember, the volunteers, you would be in front of only your peers and your classmates. So whatever you say here, none of us are going to be judgmental. Satish will see whether Suresh can join in for that mock session so that he can give a feedback based on each one of your performance. Obviously, I would give my 2 cents worth of feedback. I will try to answer as many questions as possible because this is ഇന്നലെ സുരേഷ് പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ ഇതൊരു വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പ്രോസസ് ആണ് ഈ entire campus placement. എന്തുകൊണ്ടെന്നാൽ ഇപ്രാവശ്യം we are going to have bulk placements may or may not happen. വരുന്ന ഓരോ കമ്പനിയും നമ്മുടെ കോളേജ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസിന് എടുത്തേ പറ്റൂ. അവർ ഇത്രയും ദൂരം സമയവും പൈസയൊക്കെ ചെലവാക്കിയിട്ട് വരണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചുമ്മയല്ല വരുന്നത്. ചില ആൾക്കാർ ചുമ്മാ വരും, പക്ഷെ മെജോറിറ്റി ഓഫ് ദ ആൾക്കാർ ഇവിടെ ആളെടുക്കാൻ തന്നെയാണ് വരുന്നത്. ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ പറയുന്നത് 10-30 കൊല്ലമായി ഈ പരിപാടിക്ക് ഞാൻ ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ട്. I mean, even now I do campus placements in India and in the US, but in my recruitment avatar, not obviously in my lawyer avatar. So when I end up going to a campus, I'm spending time, money, effort. So give me a couple of reasons why you should hire me. ഇന്നലെ സുരേഷ് പറഞ്ഞതുപോലെ വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. ഈ മീൻ ജനത മോഡൽ നമ്മൾ കോൺഷ്യസ് ആയിട്ട് നമ്മളായിട്ട് തന്നെ അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്യണം. അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്താൽ ദാറ്റ് ഗിവ്സ് എ വെരി ബാഡ് ഇംപ്രഷൻ in the end recruiter saying that these guys are like a frog in the well or crabs in a bottle or whatever. ഇതിനെ ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ I will not get into making quotes because the welcome speaker seems very good at that, and I'm and I know I'm going to have a lot of competition. And apparently, your quotes are very relevant. I must say, awesome. It is very topical. So coming back to the topic, before I share my screens and then start, couple of things I want to say is that initially 10 minutes will be boring because I'm going to do some dry theory and some dry modeling. Based on that, I would stop at some time and you ask me questions based on what I presented. അത്രയ്ക്ക് പറഞ്ഞത് ഒരു ഒന്നും എല്ലാം ഇറ്റ് വെന്റ് ഓവർ ദ ഹെഡ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പറഞ്ഞതെല്ലാം ചുമ്മാ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ആണെന്നൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ വിചാരിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഡോണ്ട് ആസ്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ഓക്കെ I will get into the second stage wherein I will tell you what are the various kinds of group discussion topics which you can face. In each of the group discussion topics, I will take one topic and I will explain how I would go about doing that. Maybe what you can do is that you can start, we need to make this എത്രത്തോളം interactive ആക്കുക അത്രത്തോളം interactive ആക്കണം. Interact ആക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ക്വസ്റ്റിന് ഒരു ഇതേ ഉള്ളൂ, ബാൻഡ് വിത്ത് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മഴയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഓൺ ദ വീഡിയോ ആൻഡ് ആസ്ക് ദ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ബിക്കോസ് നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ഒരേ കോളേജിൽ പഠിച്ച ആൾക്കാരാണ്. ഞങ്ങൾ അവിടെ നിന്ന് ആ കോളേജിൽ നിന്ന് മെക് കോർണറിൽ നിന്നും അവിടെ നിന്നൊക്കെ വന്ന ആൾക്കാരാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ. അതുകൊണ്ട് none of us are going to pass any value judgments. It is just a practice session. Like unless we practice, nothing much is going to happen. For example, I can tell you, Suresh Nallaguru example പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന meet the candidate. I still remember for my meet the candidate long time ago, I would have practiced some 60, 70 times. For that 1 minute, which was going to help me make a favorable impression or not on the students. So the point I'm trying is all of us, even today when I go make a presentation, I would have done the presentation in my mind at least twice before I talk. Even this presentation, what I'm going to give it to you, I have run it in my mind at least twice before I'm coming to you. The point is preparation is the key. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു കാര്യം ചോദിച്ചു, what should some of the channels you should watch, some to do group discussions you watch. Just ensure there's phenomenal material available in the net. Today I was searching the net obviously to get material for my presentation. So when I was looking at that, there's so much material. Trust me, these kind of material were not available when I had attended my group discussions and made a mess in many places and done well in a couple of other places. So having said all that, please make it interactive. The objective is to learn as much as you can. Objective is to clarify all your doubts. You may have asked Suresh yesterday the question. He might have given you one perspective. I may give you another perspective. Satish may give you another perspective. Someone else will give another perspective. But end of the day, you are the best judge. You decide what is comfortable by you. And then you make I hope all of you have made your resume. I really hope that you have updated your LinkedIn profile. I really hope you have updated your LinkedIn profile. I hope you have become members of some groups because we are in almost 70% of our program is over. ഇത്രയും കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇതൊന്നും ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ ട്രസ്റ്റ് മീ ഇത്തിപ്പൂര കഷ്ടമുണ്ടെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു എനിക്ക്. ഇത്രയും ചെയ്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ആരും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ലല്ലോ എന്ന്. സോ മൈ ഹംബിൾ റിക്വസ്റ്റ് ഇസ് റെസ്യൂമുകളെല്ലാം ഉണ്ടാക്കുക. LinkedIn profile, please update it. Please update it. And become members of various LinkedIn groups, because one thing which is remaining is how we are going to handle the interviews. What are the various forms of interviews? So till now, whatever doubts you have, even making your resume, ആപ്റ്റ്യൂഡ് ടെസ്റ്റിന്റെ കാര്യം ഒന്നും ചോദിക്കില്ല, അത് നമ്മുടെ ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് അല്ല, കൃഷ്ണകുമാർ സാർ ആയിരിക്കും അതിന്. സ്റ്റിൽ if you think you have some doubts, feel free to write to Krishna Kumar sir, talk to him. I hope you have all started practicing various things. Daily അരമണിക്കൂർ നമ്മൾ ടിക്ടോക്ക് കാണാൻ നിർത്തിയിട്ടില്ല. ടിക്ടോക്ക് ഇല്ലല്ലോ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ. ടിക്ടോക്കിന്റെ ഈക്വലന്റ് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ കാണുമ്പോൾ ഇതൊന്ന് പ്രാക്ടീസ് ചെയ്യുക. ഓൺലൈനിൽ തന്നെ ഇഷ്ടം പോലെ ഇതുണ്ട്. സോ please prepare, because I want to see 100% placement this year. It's my sincere prayer to all the gods. I pray that we should have 100% placements even in a challenging year. If we do 100 placements, this is good for the campus, good for everybody. So here we start, and let me share my screen. And okay, I hope my screen is visible. Screen visible, Anna?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 1 minute. Okay. So I have to start the slideshow from the beginning. Okay. So the objective of this group discussion is to sum up what all we have done till date, whether be it resume making, whether be it aptitude tests and process models, the group discussion what Suresh has said, everything before what we do regarding how to prepare and go for interview. എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ഒരു കാര്യം മാത്രം എല്ലായിടത്തും പറയാണ്ട് please be very clear that you will have to read up about the company which is coming for campus, read up about all the companies that come for campus before you do everything. Get an idea about what they do. Let us not be caught on the wrong foot, because 3-4 companies have told me, ഞാൻ ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിൽ ചോദിച്ചപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങളുടെ കോളേജിലെ പിള്ളേർ ഞങ്ങൾ എന്ത് ബിസിനസ് ആണെന്ന് പോലും അവർ നോക്കിയിട്ടില്ല, വെബ്സൈറ്റ് പോലും പോയിട്ടില്ല. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഫീഡ്ബാക്ക് ഒന്നും ദയവ് ചെയ്ത് നമുക്ക് വരുത്, because it will not only hurt you, it will hurt the person coming next to it. Because when I go for a placement, I tell somebody, did you visit our website? No, sir, I tried. അപ്പൊ എന്റെ മനസ്സിൽ എന്താണ്, ഈ കോളേജിൽ ചുമ്മയാണ് ഇവർ വരുന്നത്, അടുത്ത കൈ കിട്ടുന്നവരെ ഞാൻ റെഡിയാക്കി കൊടുക്കും. When end of the day, I am also human, I also get irritated. You need to understand, recruiters are also human, although you guys will say we are not, but technically we are human too. So ensure that the preparation is done. This is the last but one session before we move to the final session. My humble prayer is, get the resume ready, LinkedIn, prepare daily on your aptitude test. You do all that, trust me, things will be good. So let me tell you what I'm going to do in today's session. I'm going to talk to you about എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് various group discussion models. എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ആൾക്കാരാണ് ഈ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഡിസ്കഷൻ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യണത്. There could be people who want to ബഹളം ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ, fish market mode, that mode, this mode. I will cover that as much as possible. Then I will cover about what are the various group discussion topics, whether it is controversial, എൻ്റെ മനസ്സിൽ തോന്നിയ controversial, നെറ്റിൽ പറയുന്നത് കുറേ controversial വരുന്നത്, ഇതെല്ലാം ചേർത്ത് I'll put there. Then I will take, if you need be, select controversial topics or abstract topics വരുമ്പോൾ I will tell you ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ അത് ചെയ്യും. Maybe we can have some discussion there. Then I will, if there are volunteers who say that there are 7 volunteers in the chat box, and if Ganga confirms to me, we can have a mock session. If there are no volunteers for that, also still fine. I have prepared a list of FAQs which frequently asked questions, which generally you want to ask, but you are too shy to ask. That also I have done. Adum kazhinjittu, if there are any other questions, I am still open to answer. With statutory warning and notice, a lot of material is sourced from the net, and credit automatically goes to the authors. And നാളെ നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു ഗൂഗിൾ സെർച്ച് നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാ നെറ്റിൽ നിന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത് തന്നെയാണെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറയാം, നേരത്തെ ഞാൻ പറയാം. But what I'm trying to say is that so much material is available, you have to constantly use it. So let's move to the first one. What are the various group discussion models? The various group discussion models would include structured group discussion. Structured group discussion, Suresh പറഞ്ഞാണ് 30 minute സമയം, ഓരോരുത്തർക്ക് 20 minute, go in the clockwise direction or in the anti-clockwise direction. Typically a company like L&T will do it. പഴയ കാലത്ത് മോഡേൺ കമ്പനീസ് ഒന്നും ചെയ്യൂല. ഈ പഴയ കാലത്ത് ലെഗസി കമ്പനീസ് ജനറലി ഡു. L&T എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഇൻ കോമൺ നൗൺ. L&Tയിൽ ആരെങ്കിലും വർക്ക് ചെയ്യാണ്, നോ ഫീലിങ്സ്. Unstructured group discussions, this is generally used by a lot of startups and by IT companies. Structured group discussion എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ചെയ്യാണ്, and I wouldn't attach much importance to any company who does structured group discussion, because it doesn't bring jack shit out of anything. Nothing comes out of it. Unstructured group discussion അതെന്തോന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് തരും, സംസാരിച്ചോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പോകും. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യുമ്പം this is primarily done to understand who are leaders, who are not dealers, who are not leaders, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ആൾക്കാർക്ക്. പിന്നെ it also knows that how you write. ഈ ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഡിസ്കഷന് പോകുമ്പോൾ സുരേഷ് ഇന്നലെ പറഞ്ഞു, online or offline, have a newspaper with you, have a notepad with you and a pencil. Pretend that you are right, even if you are drawing the face of the interviewer or the panelist. Just don't do that, because guys might be sitting behind you looking into or walking around to see how you are doing, or they could have cameras. I mean, online I don't have a problem, but lot of times when I have done that, I would have asked my juniors to just walk around. I'll say, get a water. I mean, after giving a topic at a preparation time, it is primarily to check out who's writing the points, who's drawing my face. So that everything what happens inside that in unstructured group discussion is very, very important. How you sit, don't lean too much, don't show your expressions. And for example, for a topic that sun rain or a topic that group discussion, don't say things like, oh shit, or don't say, oh whatever. Don't, I mean, do not, and then keep an expressionless face which shows some kind of energy. There are certain other group discussions which happen in this happens for in MBA schools, wherein primarily role playing and case study is given. A case study is given saying that this is a case study, read the case study and then do it. There's another new model which is coming up in the world, that is what people call as more like instead of a group discussion, tell about your experience as a student. What has been your, I mean, our interviews, and they push it in the form of a group discussion. Tell me what is, I mean, each of you tell us what has been your best experience in life and what have you learned from it. I mean, you be mentally, that we all call it. Then a constructivist model. It's one of the Stanford in one of these models. This model is this is primarily used in super high-tech companies like if companies like Google, if companies like Microsoft, I mean, really high-tech companies, or really companies where there is too much of competition to see. I mean, they throw open two topics and then they say, you talk about it. You don't fight about it, you talk about it, keep talking about it. And the last model is the debates and panels, that is also linked to your structured or unstructured. Net and net, these are the various models. Each of these models have their own questions. For example, please go to the net, check out on the net saying that what are the favorite topics of group discussion topics of Infosys. What are the favorite group discussion topics of every company? Important company website. Go to Glassdoor, find out the kind of salaries they offer freshers. Next is go to LinkedIn and try finding out more about the company. Next, go there, find out what kind of aptitude tests do. Next, find out what kind of group discussion models they use. You are well prepared for the entire process. Having said that, so these are the various models. I know there might be some questions, might not be some questions. If there are questions, please ask me when I'm taking a half a small break in between, water break or whatever this I'm taking. Second is that there are what are the various kinds of people who attend group discussions? There are people, I mean, there are people initiators. Initiators in the group discussion start in alkar. Start you should have confidence that you know the subject. You should have good communication skills. Because you are the guy who are starting. So be very, very sure that you know the topic. Be very sure that what you say makes sense, because you are going to set the tone for the discussion. So topic just be careful. Second is what we have seen in our TV group discussions, whichever be the 22 Indian languages we are in, we have people who are interrupters. Fine, Murugesh, what do I do? So what do I tell him? Be very polite. Can you just hold on for a second? I'll complete this and allow him to talk. Be a little firm, don't shout. I am in the middle of making my point. I would complete it and you can have your say after I make my point. What does that convey to you when you're handling that heckler? I call that, I don't call them interrupters, I call them hecklers. What does it mean? It means that you are handled them firmly, you are open to criticism, you can face adverse circumstances. So I'm saying certain companies want people who are disruptors. Hecklers, please be clear. When you heckle a person, you make a point and don't get a sarcastic one-sider back. Typically, you see some of the US presidential debates, especially you see US presidential debates or any of these debates, there might be some guy who's shouting a question from behind. and he gives an answer. That election has turned on that, whatever the heckler has said. So be sure about how you handle hecklers. But I would recommend, do not be the interrupter. Do not never be the interrupter. When I'm saying do not be the interrupter, ചുമ്മാ ഒരാൾ സംസാരിക്കുമ്പം ഇടയിൽ കയറി without reason. If somebody says something which is fully wrong, then interrupt. But be very clear that your point is so forceful, the guy shuts up, and then you take from there, and then be a constructive initiator. Be a constructive initiator. Your point, suppose somebody says the world is flat, you intervene and say it is round because we are seeing 24-hour cycles of sun or moon, or the earth is going around, and physics whatever it is, you need to be very sure how you are doing that. Then you have the talkers. The talkers are the kind of chumma samsarichondirikkum. I mean, without any rhyme, rhythm, or reason, basically to just ചില സമയത്ത് ഞാൻ ലോ പേപ്പർ എഴുതിയതുപോലെയും ചില മെക്കാനിക്കൽ എഞ്ചിനീയറിംഗ് പേപ്പർ, മെറ്റൽസ് ആൻഡ് മെറ്റലജിക്കൽ സയൻസ്, ഹൗ ഇസ് അയൺ മാനുഫാക്ചർഡ്, ദേർ വർ ഡൈനോസറസ്, അതുപോലെ ചുമ്മാ ഇറലവന്റ് തിങ്സ് വി കീപ് റൈറ്റിംഗ് ഇറ്റ് ടു ഫിൽ ദ പേജസ്. 40 പേജ് എഴുതിയാൽ പാസ്സാവും എന്നുള്ളത് ലോയിൽ ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. ഞാൻ 40 പേജ് എഴുതി പാസ്സാറുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ദ പോയിന്റ് ഇസ് ദാറ്റ് ഡസന്റ് ഹെൽപ്പ് യു ഗെറ്റ് എനിവെയർ. സോ യു കനോട്ട് ബി എൻ ഇന്ററപ്റ്റർ, യു കനോട്ട് ബി എ ടോക്കർ. ഇന്റർവേർട്ട്, ഇത് ചെന്നിരുന്നിട്ട് വല്ലവരും പറഞ്ഞ് സംസാരിക്കാൻ. Because ഇന്നലെ സുരേഷ് പറഞ്ഞു, you have not talked anything, so please talk. What to me, if I were to hire a person, I'll say, boss, അവൻ ഒരു സെൽഫ് സ്റ്റാർട്ടർ അല്ല, അവനൊരു സ്റ്റാർട്ടിംഗ് ട്രബിൾ ഉണ്ട്. He's got a starting trouble kind of a thing. So the point is, you have to be very you have to be very clear. If you are an introvert, you can be an introvert. എപ്പോ introvert ആണ്? സബ്ജക്റ്റിനെ കുറിച്ച് യാതൊരു ബോധവും ഇല്ല. Then use Suresh's nice technique. Listen for 10-12 minutes and then start. But do not always wait for somebody to prod you to start, because that guy gets 1 point more, you lose a point even if you are going to make one. So ideally, do not try to be a interrupter. Do not try to be a chumma samsarichondirikkunna talker. Do not try to be silent and try to be nice. Silence is not golden in a group discussion, no way. Then we come about the leaders. These are the guys whom each one of us should aspire to be. Know when to open our mouth, know what to say, how to say, and when to stop. That's the most important thing, when to stop and when to stop. So ensure that we all work towards be the leader. A leader can be an initiator. A leader can also be a challenger. But a leader will never be an introvert. A leader will never സംസാരിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കില്ല. A leader will never will not keep quiet also. So leader is the perfect version of what every person should aspire to be. But we can end up being an initiator. We can still be a challenger. A challenger is a person who is able to effectively counter. For example, somebody says that the sky is blue. You are going to contradict it by saying sky is not blue, and you take it from there. So that is the way you will have to take the things forward from there. So the challenger should be a person who is able to effectively counter the points made, number one. A challenger is a person who's able to effectively change the direction of the what do you say about the entire group discussion. For example, sometime back during Suresh's discussion, Suresh was saying everybody is talking absolute nonsense. That is where you should be a challenger. You get in there. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് പറയാം, അല്ലോ ഇത്രയും നേരം നമ്മൾ we are talking about India's GDP. We are talking, instead all of us are talking about foreign exchange market. Or it can be somebody saying that talk about what do you say, how a COVID response. We are talking about something else which is totally irrelevant, which is not related to the topic. That is where you can be and you should be that is where you can be and you should be a challenger. A challenger is if you ask me, everyone should aspire to be the leader. We need to know when to open my mouth. If you are confident about the topic, then be an initiator. If you are not so confident and you have lot of points, lot of points, but among lot of points, ella point parna samayam theerum. Ensure that you say the most relevant of those points, and leave 1-2 points for your summing up, because normally sum up cheyna samayathu namakku chumma let me sum up and ellarum parna, you add on some value to your summing up. So these are the various kinds of people who have okay these are various kinds of people who attend various group discussions. So what are the various kinds of group discussion topics which are available? Topics which are factual. I'm not going to get into it in depth, but what I'm going to do is that I will cover some of these. What are the generic topics which keep coming here? We're on 10, 12 in each slide, and then we will take 1 or 2 topics and discuss. So I will do a break here, and then if people have questions, please ask those questions. And if somebody can read out that questions, it will be good, because I have maximized my screen. If there are no questions, I'll move to the next stage.
No questions as of now, sir.
Okay, good. So if there are no questions, let us move to the next stage of the. Let us talk about factual topics. What do you mean by factual topics? A factual topic is a topic which is generally based on facts. Some of the common factual topics. I mean, I would share this presentation with you guys. I will share the presentation with the student group which is running this BBC club. They can share it. They can cut and paste a lot of these things and then put it there. Some of the points which some of the common factual topics will be, for example, what is the most needed reform in India? So what is it? You have to talk about facts based on what you know. This is where Suresh said, keep reading something. Do read about a lot of things. Okay, read about a couple of things. I mean, these are topics wherein okay, these are topics. Demonetization. Suppose let's take demonetization. It's a factual group discussion topic. So how do I do it? Do I straight away go criticize it by showing my political leanings, or I talk about a start? What is demonetization? Understand what it is. Has it been done in the past? And say the circumstances in which it is done and whether it is useful or not. Whatever you say should be backed by facts, because we know about doing this. For example, cheap labor in India. Obviously, that is a very provocative question. So we need to say we don't have cheap labor. We have labor which is paid in line with the cost structure existing in the country. So the point is, so what happens is that I mean, the fact is it is cheap labor. The fact is it is cheap labor. പക്ഷെ അതിന് ഒരു നമ്പർ അടിച്ച് പറയുക, അത് ബേസിക്കലി ഒരു give it a positive twist. Software should be free for everyone. If this is a topic coming from Microsoft is coming to campus and they give this topic, be clear. They don't like the Linux too much. And if you are too much of a free software person, ensure you should not say free. You can say it can be free, but it should be affordable. So obviously, you need money for doing R&D and other things. For example, I mean, passive smoking is equally harmful like smoking. But these are all things which are based on facts. It is facts. So that is what I call it, a factual topic. You have to be real in it. You can't say vague things from here. Is India capable of assuming responsibility in the East, or India is a superpower? How do I start it? To be defined as a superpower, you should have a veto, or you should be strong economically, or you should have a large army, or you need to be like some of I mean, you need to be in size, anything. So you have to first define that and take one of it and say, yes, India can be a superpower because of the following things, but it has to go to do so many things. Somebody might oppose you, somebody might not. Ensure that you say the best of the points depending on whether you are a initiator, leader, or a challenger. Suppose you say nuclear power. Okay, India is can be a globe superpower because of nuclear power. you can counter it in nicely by saying, by the way, Pakistan is also a nuclear power. South Korea, North Korea is also nuclear power. That doesn't make them superpowers. They are economically impoverished. So what you have done is you have challenged the assumption, and you say, yes, India is a superpower because it has got the largest middle class. It has got the largest, fastest growing young population in town, because people like us still think we are young. So we can add a lot of things there to say that. So so IT boon or bane, what is good about IT, what is bad? So these are all, you have to do it based on facts. So these are some of the questions. Ideally, factual model is generally used by a lot of companies, because what we do is that when you talk, we will be sitting here and then checking out on what facts you say using Google. ഉള്ളത് പറയല്ലോ, അതാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾ കാണൂല ഞങ്ങൾ ഗൂഗിളിൽ വെച്ച് എന്താണ് ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിൽ അതാണ് നടക്കുന്നത്. So be very clear that whatever you say is being fact checked on a real time basis. There are three people will come, or 4 people will come for campus placement. ഒരാൾ HR, ഇനിയൊന്ന് HR assistant, 2 technical. ഈ 2 technical ആരായിരിക്കും ഇതിരുന്ന് നോക്കുന്നത്? ഇതാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ തമ്മിലുള്ള വർക്ക് ഡിവിഷൻ. But we will be observing each one of you. These 2 people who come with us, who is going to mess you technically and otherwise, will be fact checking whether what you are saying is true or not. So whatever quotes you are doing, whatever you are doing, say it very clearly. So this is what factual, factual topics mean. The second one is controversial topics. I've tried to be as non-controversial as possible, but point is, for example, happy family life and successful career don't go hand in hand. This is a very, very touchy topic, because I am being in the road for almost 10 days doing campus placement, because I want to be successful. I want to go up the value chain. If you need to be clear how you are saying it. This topic is a topic which I was told came in by one of the companies, which created war in the campus. Suppose your religion, caste, economic background affects your intelligence. Discuss. Don't do mean chanda here. Please, mean chanda model padilla. You have to, because Kerala is a different place. Kerala is a secular place. So immediately say, whoever get this topic is an idiot. Don't say that. You say, boss, the topic is you don't come there. Intelligence, how does intelligence there? One, you are born with certain things. Next, you are trained with certain things. And if you have the right education all through, 1, 2, 3 does not matter. So you are politely contradicting them. At the same time, you are not saying this company has got a problem. It is a very casteist, elitist. Don't get into the, we may have our own political beliefs, but keep the political beliefs separately. I will talk about your Facebook page, Twitter page, and other things all later. But keep your personal preferences aside when you are getting into it. For example, online dating chats have nothing to do with the search of a soulmate. Interesting question. Instead of going there, you can even talk about how a business model has come up about this. How in times of COVID this happened. So these are all topics which world does not read a religion. You don't know what we are thinking. So ensure that when controversial topic comes, you take a stance and do not change the stance based on everything. Say what you are comfortable, but do not appear to be very dogmatic or very, very, what do I call, indoctrinated. We may have a political belief which has taught us saying that religion cannot be there at all. Don't show that. End of the day, be very careful. This is a very, very, not too many companies use controversial topics, but trust me, companies which want people to be leaders, people who are not afraid to take a stance, disagree. Suresh Indala paranja pole, do not be disagreeable. Do not be disagreeable. Please be very clear when you handle controversial topics. This can come. And this is the most common thing. Very, very common thing. Knowledge-based or current affair topics. This is where you can do a lot of reading. What you can do is that you can do a lot of reading. You can read a lot, but don't go overboard. He was telling about me. Obviously he knows me better. So the point is, you read. when you read relevant stuff, read from LinkedIn, read from, I mean, Suresh had suggested some venture capital things. I would say go to CNBC. I mean, read about current topics and from non-opinionated channels, because non-opinion social media. Because when you sit in Facebook, it is an echo chamber. എന്നെ ഞാൻ എഴുതുന്ന ഊളത്തനത്തിന് എൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ട്സ് ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യും. അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കും ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞതാണ് ശരി. Sorry, there is an alternate view to it. There is an alternate view to it. Twitter might be an example. The point is, ensure that you read. You might say, how will reading help? Union Budget 21-22. It might be useful for an MBA person. The future of artificial intelligence. It is for all engineering students and for all guys who are looking at IT companies. You need to read about artificial intelligence, machine learning, data lakes, what do you say, neural networks. I mean, not that I know neural networks, and but what I'm trying to say is that read about it. You're going to talk only for 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes. Ensure that I will cover a couple of more topics, which, for example, India's COVID vaccination program. Actually, you can say these are the two. You should be. This is a factual and a current affairs double on. So what they look for? Do you know the various kinds of vaccines which are there? Are there indigenous vaccines? If latest DRDO and the podi undakanunda, podi will it help? So the point is, be very clear, be very sure about it, and then you go from there. So another example of common programs will be what is Atmanirbhar Bharat or open book exams, pros, cons, and challenges. Sorry, money, does it make happy or not? What do you mean by the gig economy? What is a farm bill? You need to, I mean, these are all farm bill. I would put it controversial or non-controversial. Fame is a double-edged sword. Obviously, you can take the example, but be very clear. Double-edged sword. Can we use fame in the right way? Can we fame also? You can even take fame to a different level. Fame, people do not know how to handle it. It gets into their head, and when they don't get it, it causes mental problems. And they, instead of going to a psychiatrist, they use a rope. So the point is, you have to be clear that is social media polarizing a society? It is a current affair. Yes, obviously it's polarizing a society. So I told you some time back, it's an echo chamber. I mean, you end up hearing what you always hear. Another couple of more examples of current based topics is that what is a national health ID? What is a national, I mean, what is e-learning? Do deadlines destroy private trains in India? I mean, these are things which keep private trains. Believe me, there are people who ask me, I'm going to train on that. നമ്മൾ ഈ ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പർ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഇത് വായിച്ചാൽ ഉപകാരമായിരുന്നു. കാരണം നമ്മൾ ഈ ചെറിയ സാധനം ഫോണുണ്ട്, ആ ഫോണിൽ ഇത്രയും നമുക്ക് ക്യാപ്സ്യൂളെ കിട്ടും. ബട്ട് ഒരു ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പർ വാങ്ങിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് couple of months before the interviews and other things, read the newspaper. Ideally read a Hindu, or which I'm not a supporter of Hindu, but what I'm trying to say is that Hindu is neutral. It doesn't have opinion. It doesn't, I mean, English is good. A lot of things are still good about the paper. So the point is, when you read a paper like that, read some of the articles which come in. It helps you sorry, it helps you understand and give opinions about what is happening or not happening. So you know multiple things, because ഒരു മറ്റേ നമ്മുടെ ഫോണും മറ്റേ ഐഫോണോ മറ്റേ നോട്ട് പ്രോയോ എന്തൊക്കെ ആയിരുന്നാലും it's only 10 topics you can see. We are not going to go section wise and then wait 2 hours to read newspapers. I mean, newspaper we take 15 minutes to read, but at the same time when we read it online, we won't do that. The newspaper has got its advantages. Please read a newspaper. It might sound old fashioned, but the newspaper is making a coming back a lot of times. So these are a couple of current affairs based topics. Again, these are all a couple of current, for example, I mean, because can illiterates be given driving licenses? In India, it's valuable, it's very important, because 10th class pass ayale heavy vehicle license gittu. Should cricket be made a national game? No, does not a option in election make the sense? None of the above. Whatever, you can do whatever you want to say. You can give for it. I mean, understand what it means. I mean, suppose if another topic comes, can India be a 5 trillion economy? You need to understand what zero under the trillion arena. Number one. Second is you need to know how is it is calculated. I mean, data localization benefits and challenges. Typically, a computer science person might be able to understand that. A non-computer science person will be able to understand that only if you do a reading or not. Electric vehicles in India. How is electrical vehicles coming in India? So I've just covered a lot of common topics which can come in disaster management in India. Is a disaster is my personal opinion, but be clear when you say that. You don't say it's a disaster in India. What can be done? Whenever you criticize, it should be constructive criticism, not not cynical. It should be absolutely it absolutely should be conservative. For example, you get the topic referendums strengthen democracy. You need to understand what referendum is. We need to know what is recall. ഏതോ സിനിമയിൽ മാത്രം വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. എനിക്ക് മറന്നു ഏത് സിനിമയാണെന്ന്. ഒരു സിനിമയിൽ എങ്ങാണ്ട് വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. But the point I'm trying to say is that read. Unless you read, you will not be able to do that. And as what is said, if plan A doesn't work for you, there are 25 other alphabets. So be very clear about it. If you are missing it, keep quiet and then decide what you want to be. There's another one which keeps coming is for example, abstract topics. Life is a cactus, but you don't have to sit on it. പറഞ്ഞ ആർക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും? ആദ്യം മനസ്സിലാവണം കാക്ടസിൽ മുള്ളുണ്ട്. മുള്ളിന്റെ പുറത്ത് ആരെങ്കിലും കയറി ഇരിക്കുവോ? ബ്രേക്ക് ഇറ്റ് ഡൗൺ. Ethics and values are utopian things. What is utopia? Dream world. We need to say, yeah, people need to have ethics. We talk about Narayana Murthy, talk about Abdul Kalam, talk about these regular culprits. Bribery in business. This is a question where I put that because I'll tell you my case study what happened. When I was doing my MBA, I was a national debating champion, and this question came up for an HCL interview. I openly justified bribery. End of the day, the end matters, not the means. There were two of us who justified it. That is me and my another friend who's my debating partner. We had a reputation. Imagine who were selected. All the 7 got selected. Rejected is both of us. So it goes back to say, don't bother about your reputation. Don't bother about their posts they hold. We were national debating champions. We beat IIT that year, tons of trophies. And we were overconfident. So never be overconfident in a group discussion. In attitude, we went there. So be clear. People don't like the uncomfortable truth. Bribery in business is an uncomfortable truth. So business and HCL those days itself was famous for getting the job done. How so the to be or not to be, there are a lot of things which are there. For example, I'll tell you. These are some of the absolutely stupid and abstract things which keep coming. Zero is a topic. Engane handle it? Easy ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇന്ത്യക്കാർ കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച ഒരേ നമ്പർ അത് മാത്രമല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. പക്ഷേ ജീവിതത്തിൽ എന്തിനെങ്കിലും വാല്യൂ വേണമെങ്കിൽ സീറോ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിന് വാല്യൂ ഇല്ല. സോ ബ്ലാക്ക് ആൻഡ് വൈറ്റ്, ദീസ് ആർ ഓൾ സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡ് തിങ്സ്. വാട്ട് ഇസ് ബ്ലാക്ക് ബോക്സ്? നമ്മൾ പറയാം പ്ലെയിൻ്റെ അകത്തുണ്ടെന്ന്. We can say that black box is a thing which records all the events in life and talk about it from there. Race, I was telling you about race. The race can be ultraviolet. എന്തെങ്കിലും വെച്ച് തുടങ്ങാം നമുക്ക്. Door, it is a line where it is whether you have your home or go inside, come out. Door, border, size doesn't matter. Insanity is essential. I 100% agree personally, because I'm still very mad. So point is, what is there in the name? So the happy versus successful. So some of these topics are topics where might is always right. Obviously, the topic is wrong. So the point is, you will get these kind of topics. What do you do? Suppose our group, somebody has to start Utopia. We say it is a perfect world what we dream to be in, but we have to be in touch with reality. But ensure that you either, I mean, nobody is going to give you kadicha pot of the vakulonnum tharula mette adu marnju edo competition spelling bee pole onnum alla idu. They will give you one word. If they give you one word, just black and white ennu parna whiskey ide perunnu parayirudhu. The point I'm saying is that be very clear. Black and white is something you can say with piano, for example, the best thing is that piano, what do you say, piano keys are black and white. There is a song which is entirely based on black and white. So go back and allow your mind to be free. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഇത് എങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് ചോദിച്ചാൽ, ടേക്ക് എ വേഗ് ടോപ്പിക്, ചുമ്മാ മനസ്സിൽ സംസാരിക്കുക, കണ്ണാടി നോക്കി സംസാരിക്കുക, ബാത്റൂം ഡോർ അടച്ചിട്ടാൽ വീട്ടുകാർ വിചാരിക്കും വട്ട് പിടിച്ചത്. The point is, do, I mean, there is nothing which is impossible in this. Anybody and everybody can go through this. So don't get either ഈ ടോപ്പിക് വരുമ്പം തല ഇങ്ങനെ ദൈവത്തോർത്ത് കൈവയ്ക്കരുത്. Don't say oh shit, oh whatever. So don't say any of those things. Be very, very careful. Your face should not betray any emotion. For example, another thing, conceptual topics. Conceptual topics mean these are concepts. Driverless car is a concept which has just come. Virtual office, it's a new concept which has come. Aadhaar card, it's a concept. Machine learning, it's a concept. Cryptocurrencies, again, is a concept. You can take this and talk cryptocurrencies. You can talk about Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Metacoin, Marthacoin, kore coin undu. Engane Tesla karinte kore peru chernu they made a difference. Or what is global warming? Somebody says technology, somebody says plastic ban. Adu kittiya kolla nalla topic. But somebody says technology. It is a topic where you have to start. What is it? Technology can be useful, technology can be creative, technology can be destructive. Don't bring in Rajinikanth in Indian model to say robo can be. ഒരാൾ എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞു, ഒരു ഇന്റർവ്യൂവിൽ നടന്നതാണ്, ശരിക്കും നടന്നതാണ്. He said robo is a good example of what can be. അവനെ സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തില്ല because he was trying to, I mean, to be too flippant. Actually, if we had continued with that and said that how robots can create a problem, it would have been good. But he took it in a flippant angle. How, I mean, a cinema kuറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്. So point I'm trying to say is that these are all topics which may or may not happen. And okay, these are another model. What people do, they'll give you a quote and then they tell you debate. For example, these are some of the common quotes which, if you don't, for example, let us take what Walt Disney has said: the way to get started is to quit talking and start doing. It's a good model to start. എന്താണ് നമ്മൾ എവിടെയാണ് തുടങ്ങുന്നത്? We have to start, say, I mean, നമ്മൾ എങ്ങനെ തുടങ്ങും? How to break this thing. നമ്മൾ ഈ സ്പെല്ലോ ഇതൊക്കെ കളിക്കും പോലെ break the quote into couple of things. Make it one topic, two topics. Take a particular topic which is good. For example, let's talk about what Rihanna said. I don't do things for the response or for the controversy. I just live my life. Your thing should be, I just live my life at my terms. As long as it is broadly socially acceptable. Rihanna കാണിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഓളത്തരം നമുക്ക് കാണിക്കാക്കൂല, അടിയിട്ടും. The point is, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap. That is one. But the seeds you plant, which means don't be bothered about what you for immediate rewards. Play the long-term game. The whole thing is changed. If you set your goal ridiculously high, then it's a failure, but you will fail above everybody else. Ensure that you can start this by saying, yeah, when you finish second, you are first in the long line of losers. And then you say, I've set my goal high. I will work towards it. I'll plan towards it. And then if I don't reach, there is a huge learning in the whole thing. So these are all topics, and you can have your own way in which you can start to do your group discussions based on each one of those things. And then next thing, case studies. This is primarily done. This is possibly the last model, I think. This is primarily done for MBA. Most of the time, MBA students, and for non-MBA students also, it's done these days. For example, you talk about what are the real causes of ragging and how are you going to stop it? Sorry about the spelling mistake in colleges. Suppose you can say a company fired an employee. Other employees went on strike. All of them were fired. What would you do different if you were the HR manager in the company? So you play the role. So you need to know what a HR manager does. You need to know what this person does. For example, what would you do as a CEO of Air India to save it from bankruptcy? നമ്മളെല്ലാം വായിക്കാൻ Air India എന്നാണ് അടച്ചു കട്ടായി പടവും പൂട്ടാൻ പോകുന്നത് നമ്മൾ ആയിരിക്കാം. So what would you do? So you need to know what is bankruptcy. You need to know why Air India is wrong. It will all make you go back to reading, understanding what is happening in the world and how to do it. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ പറയാം, എനിക്ക് എയർ ഇന്ത്യയെ കുറിച്ച് ബാങ്ക്രപ്സിയെ കുറിച്ച് യാതൊരു വിവരവുമില്ല, ഞാൻ എന്തോ ചെയ്യും? That's a very, very good question. what I would do, I would listen to 10 different people. I will understand the problems, what somebody will say. If suppose you are very lucky that 7 പേര് ഒന്നും ചെയ്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ 7 പേർക്ക് പണി കിട്ടിയെന്ന് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. Then you are done with. Obviously, by the law of averages and law of luck, it will not happen that way. So use that and then get 1 or 2 positive points out of that, and then we will see how to take it from there. So obviously, I've covered, and then the last is the books. That's why you need to read some books. Sometimes some way companies come and say, okay, you guys, all of you decide which is the famous book you have read, and let's debate about that. What are the characters? This will help you in your interview also. So this won't generally happen, but these are things which can happen. But the books should be current, and you should have read it if you know about it. If you do not know about it, there's a question which comes, say that I don't know about it. Can we get a change in topic? Company ചോദിക്കരുത്. For example, you might say, for example, I honestly have not seen whatever that Lord of the Rings or whatever Harry Potter. I might not have seen it. It doesn't mean that I don't need to talk about it. You can say, I mean, we know it has been a successful model. She was an ordinary another person who decided that there is an opportunity for it. Think about what are the positives this can bring in. You say it inspired a variety of this thing. Various versions came, sequels came. By then you would have got something from everybody around. So the point is, even if you do not know, don't reach out to your phone and try to Google it. Nobody will like it. A lot of people I've seen have done it. Sometimes these kind of topics are given, and the company says, okay, you want to use your while preparing for the 5 minutes, you can use your mobiles and decide what it is. But you can't talk to ask a person model illa quiz. So you can decide what you want to do, but be very clear the time you get to prepare. Sometimes when you go for group discussions, you get time to prepare. Sometimes you don't get. When you get time to prepare, sometimes people will allow you to do it. If you don't allow you to do it, you have to wait for somebody to talk it. If none of you know it, bad luck. There's nothing one can do. So the point is, we have covered the various forms of group discussions. We have covered how to handle it in a little way. And I suppose before I go to the next one, I've made a list of questions where generally these are questions what people ask, and some of the questions which were not answered in the previous GD. So I would go through these questions as much as possible. Then I would look for volunteers. If there are volunteers, we can select any one of those topics there. By the volunteers themselves can select it, what kind they want, and then they can do a group discussion for 20 minutes if it is possible. Or else we'll have to live another day to do it. Or we can ask more questions. The floor is open. For example, people have asked, what is the normal duration of a GD? Normally, for every person is 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Summing up, it can be anything between 20 to 30 minutes. Is there a dress code for a group discussion? Yesterday, Suresh said formal is safer. How many panel members will be there to evaluate you? Anything between 2 to 4. Is GD a part of the selection process or an elimination technique? It is both. 20%. Some companies use 20%, some companies use 30%, and people who are really bad, like me, when I attend to the interview, it uses to eliminate me, saying that this guy will not fit in. Even namakke vandu paranjaru engane business cheyano. Is time given for preparation after the topic is given and before the starting of the GD? At times it's given, most of the times is extempore. People have asked, content is important, and the language is important, the presentation is important. Always the content is important. Presentation, as long as a person understands your English, don't put on a fancy American accent, it will not work. We are from this part of the world where we don't have a strong mother tongue influence. Our English, since is reasonably good, and it is reasonable for most of the recruiters to understand. That's what people keep saying. But ensure that you don't put any fancy accent. But if you naturally have that accent because you studied abroad or you studied in specific international schools, talk the way you want, but consciously moderate it. Are we allowed to carry a piece of paper? Yes, pen and paper, nothing. How much time is given? to prepare it. It depends. 10 minutes, I would give 10 minutes. Some people give 5 minutes. And that, believe me, that sometimes forms part of the entire process. So end of 10 minutes, you should be sure that you restart the process. Is slang allowed? No, never. Don't use colloquial languages. Wanna, gonna, my, instead of my, ma, bro. And please don't use the word bro. ഞാൻ ഈ ഇടയ്ക്ക് രണ്ടു മൂന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞ കൊല്ലം മുമ്പത്തെ കൊല്ലം എവിടെ പോയത് കേരളത്തിലോ തമിഴ്നാട്ടിൽ എന്തിലായിരുന്നാലും ബ്രോ അശോക് ബ്രോ നൗ യു ടേക്ക് ഓവർ. ഞാൻ ആരും എടുത്തില്ല, പ്രോമിസ്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ആരും എടുത്തില്ല. ഞാൻ പിന്നെ അവർ പറയുകയും ചെയ്തു ആ ഗ്രൂപ്പിന്റെ അടുത്ത് ഈ ബ്രോ അത് it conveys a very, I mean maybe it's not that I'm old fashioned. I consider myself quite liberal, but I found it too irritating when you say പിന്നെ don't use macha. Then Suresh ഇന്നലെ പറഞ്ഞു well done macha, high five. അതെല്ലാം ഒന്നും ചെയ്യരുത്. I'm seeing that happen. അടിച്ചു പൊളിച്ചു അവനെ നശിപ്പിച്ചു ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഒന്നും പറയരുത്. Walk out unemotionally and do not go and ask the interviewer ഞാൻ എങ്ങനെ പെർഫോം ചെയ്തു. അത് അറിയും റിസൾട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ. And remember what you said in the group discussion, because Suresh ഇന്നലെ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ how did you do in the GD? ഞാൻ അത് വെച്ച് തുടങ്ങും. If you have attended some other GD and there are multiple GDs on that day, please be clear on that. So these are some of the questions which I felt was not covered yesterday. If there are any other questions, please let us ask. And if there are any other volunteers, let us see if we can do a mock GD, or we can use the session to have more questions and finish the day. That's it from me, and good luck. So I'm open for questions. I'm open for, I would prefer questions. If people are നാണമൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നാണം ഇവരെന്ത് എന്നെ കുറിച്ച് പിന്നെ കളിയാക്കും, എടാ നീ ആണോണാന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞെന്ന് പിന്നെ നമ്മൾ പറയും. അതൊക്കെ ഒന്നും വേണ്ടെങ്കിൽ let us move to questions. Let us see how to do from there.
Sir, I'm actually ready for a group discussion if we have 6 more people.
Okay, ആറ് പേരെ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക. ഞാൻ തിരിച്ച് പണി തരണമെന്ന് പറയരുതേ പ്ലീസ്. I know one or two people have written to me that they want volunteers. If you have 6 people, let us do it. If not, you can ask all the questions, take a topic, burn me. I'm open. And please, ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളെ കോളേജ് പഠിച്ചതാണ്. നിങ്ങളെക്കാളും കൂടുതൽ ബേളം കാണിച്ചിട്ടുള്ള ആളാണ്. കൂടുതലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരുമാതിരി ഇത്തിപ്പൂരം കൂടുതലാണ്. സതീഷിന്റെ ചോദിച്ചാൽ പറയും. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഡോണ്ട് ഫീൽ ഞാൻ സുരേഷിനെ പോലെ ഐ എം നോട്ട് സച്ച് എ ഗുഡ് സ്റ്റുഡന്റ് ഓർ എ ഗുഡ് ബോയ്. സോ please feel free. I'm one of you. Please ask any question you want to ask. Any question. I will answer any question, be it in resume writing, be it in aptitude test. അത് സോൾവ് ഒക്കെ ചെയ്യണമെന്ന് ചോദിച്ചാൽ അത് നമ്മളെ കൊണ്ടുവെക്കൂല. അത്രയ്ക്കുള്ള ബുദ്ധി ആയിട്ടില്ല. അത് കൃഷ്ണകുമാർ സാറിന്റെ ഏരിയ. ബാക്കിയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ വരുമ്പോൾ പിടിച്ചു നിൽക്കാൻ നോക്കും. So whatever it is, other than the interviews, you have anything, please feel free to ask. Because you have attended a couple of interviews, I have talked to a couple of people, couple of mean chandas occurred. Please don't do mean chanda for my sake. Go ahead, whichever. ആറ് പേരുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ we can do a GD, or otherwise we can handle that later. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. 1 minute. I will go offline for 1 minute.
Do we have volunteers for the mock GD?
I am in.
Jason is there.
Okay. അപ്പം
Arjundas, you can join.
Okay, what we will do is that if it's not there, let us not force people. So at least you ask questions. Do we have 6? 6 7 ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്. അതിനിടയ്ക്ക് ആള് കൊള്ളാമല്ലോ ജസ്റ്റിനെ. ഞാൻ 7 പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒന്ന് കുറച്ച്, എന്നാലും 6 ആയിരുന്നാലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല എനിക്ക്.
No, I think he's the 6th.
He's the 6th. Okay. Do we have 6?
He's the 7th.
Okay.
7 volunteers.
So by the way, Suresh is joining in. So if you think that, he actually does a fairly good job, and he's seen more than I've seen, because he's done a lot of Premier Institute hiring. Sadisha Suresh ചോദിക്കാം, can he join in?
He's already in.
Oh, he's already. Hello, Suresh.
Hello, good evening.
No.
Thank you.
So,
I think even some of our BBC volunteers can come forward, and then others also, if you
let us go
create
through
an ambience.
Sir, actually, we have been conducting this session, like we are over 5 or 6 sessions. So I was actually waiting for this mock GD so that it would be more interactive, and no one is
Okay.
like
I'm
responding
okay.
now.
I'm
It's
okay.
sad.
I will try to do it, Jasin. Let us don't get
I-
disappointed. People, respond a bit late. Don't worry.
5 പേരുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ഇനിയും കുറച്ച് നമ്പർ കുറച്ച് 5 പേരുണ്ടെങ്കിലും ചെയ്യാം. അതിനേക്കാളും കുറയില്ല, പ്ലീസ്. Suresh, you can give the topic.
Arjun, are you volunteering?
I think Arjun is ready, but
Yeah.
So whoever are volunteers, can they tell their names and put their videos on? That's very
Even-
important.
Are you interested?
Okay.
Yes, I'll take part.
Okay. So
Okay.
3. Gauri.
Okay, so your video is anyway on.
Yes.
Anybody? So, no, this is just to support others. At least you should join to support yourself and to support others. Yeah, Arjun, network issues. No, your network is on.
Then okay. രണ്ടുപേരേ ഉള്ളൂ ഇപ്പൊ.
Axa. I'm just naming some of you, that's all. Axa,
Yes, sir.
you can join, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, one more. We have 4.
Okay. ആരെങ്കിലും ഒരാളൂടെ വരൂ, എന്താണിത്?
8-ന്ന് 7-ആയി, 7-ന്ന്
അത് വരും. തുടങ്ങി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ തോന്നുന്നത് എനിക്കും വരായിരുന്നു.
അല്ല, അവസാനം ഡൽഹിയിൽ ചെരുപ്പ് വാങ്ങിക്കും പോലെ ആയി ഇതിപ്പോ.
നന്ദിത.
Anyway, one more, somebody has to come in. So there will be, so one more means we can have it for almost exactly 12 to 15 minutes and see how to take it from there.
So I'm ready, but can you excuse me for some network issue?
No, sure, excuse.
Absolutely fine. You don't have any network issue as of now.
Network issue വരുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക്
വരുമ്പോൾ നോക്കാം. വരുന്നിടത്ത്
Could
വെച്ച്
not.
അത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
also join.
Genna is joining. Okay, I think let us start. So if anybody else want to volunteer, please switch on the camera and volunteer.
Okay.
It's easy.
So Suresh will give the topic.
No, you can choose a topic from that list. No, why don't you please?
Maybe
Yeah.
Murugesh, can you screen
no.
share? Go back to that slide.
Okay, I'll do the regular topics.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, whoever are you guys? I'm doing the knowledge based or the current affair based topics. So what I will do is that I will put a screen, and among yourself you can decide in 5 minutes, total 10 minutes, to decide which topic you want to take and prepare for that topic and start in another 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes for deciding about the topic and preparation. The time starts now, 8:10. We start at 8:20, the group discussion. Fair enough? The
Yes, sir.
topics listed in this page. Yeah, this page is, good enough.
What about the last topic? I would like the opinion of all the people. Open book exams.
I would be interested in the 4th one, money or happiness. Can money make us happy? I'm okay with open book too.
Okay.
Okay. What about the rest?
I'm also okay with the last open book.
Okay.
I'm okay with open book exams.
Yeah, me too.
Gauri?
Yeah, I'm also okay with open book exams.
So we have a topic, open book exams.
Okay, so you have 9 more minutes to, close to around 8 minutes to prepare on that topic, and we start. Actually, 8 minutes.
Okay.
So I will take off the screen.
Yes, sure, sir.
Okay. ഈ screen share എങ്ങനെ എടുത്ത് കളയുന്നത്?
Suresh, good evening.
Suresh, good evening. Five more minutes to go. We have 2 more minutes to go, less than 2 minutes to go, actually. Less than 2 minutes to go, and all the very best for the participants. 2 minutes to go. All the participants need to have your screens online. 1 more minute to go. But we can start here. 20 seconds. I hope everybody is prepared. So let us start. 12 minutes will be the session. Start.
Good evening, everyone. So our topic for discussion is the pros and cons and the challenges we face when we have an open book exam. So an open book exam is one where students who are taking the exam will have access to materials, books, and notes, and they can refer to this when they write their exams or as they write their exams. So here, there are a few misconceptions regarding open book exams. One is that you don't need to study. The second is that it is easy and everybody will pass. That is usually not true. When people say that in Western countries they conduct open book exams, it usually means that the questions are of a much higher plane of thinking. They require much more analytical and critical thinking than we sometimes write, which are perhaps the most basic questions in the syllabus, which is what we write as part of exams, which are a traditional form of exams. It's not like that with open book exams. And one more thing that I would like to say is that in an open book exam, it is usually way more time consuming than our traditional exam. Our traditional exam may be for a 3-hour format, but an open book exam can run up to 2 days. And we will have to present, develop a paper, a concept or an analytical thinking based, a critical thinking based paper on the subject, which we will have to submit. So it's not as easy as it sounds.
Thank you for your opinion, Uttara. Good evening, everyone. Open books. Have you all seen the movie Three Idiots, Chichore, all that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So in that, we are seeing the pressure students face because of examinations. And such movies actually highlights the pressure which we are under, the society is under, the expectations from our family, the friends, and our teachers, obviously. So that can actually affect the mental state of a student. And the theoretical knowledge won't really help much compared to the practical knowledge that we get during our professional courses. Maybe in school life, we need more theoretical aspects because even then, since our education system is changing, and since from the young age itself, we can select the topics which we like, the subjects we like. And since the education system is changing, it's a good aspect. But as far as I think, only the practical knowledge can help students attain a good professional life, because theoretical knowledge, it gets updated from every decade or every year. So the theory we learn in the past, maybe the laws may be the same, but it gets upgraded or new changes will come. So we need more practical knowledge is what I think. And examinations are like testing our mugging up capacity rather than logical thinking. And that's what I think about.
Thank you, Ganga. Yeah, you go on.
Continue. No, it's okay.
Thank you, Gauri. Thank you, Ganga. I too agree with your point. Even I have felt that conceptual understanding is lacking when it comes to our examinations, because it's a kind of testing or mugging up quality or ability. So there are students like me who have got, that who do not have that much skill when it comes to memory, but there are students with different learning abilities, so they will get utilized from open book exams. That's what I think. And if the questions, just like Uttara said in the beginning, if the questions are kind of that require reading and analysis, then I think just simple copying and pasting is out of the picture. And this open book exams can be a it can bring revolutionary change to our education system. That's what I believe.
Yeah, we have been hearing many opinions about our current education system, and mostly rote learning is being enforced on the students. That is, we have to learn by repetitive writing and reading. But I think, just as Aksa had said, we have to focus on the theory. Yeah, we have to focus on the basis of the theory, but not to the point that we have to memorize every nook and corner of the textbook. So, just as Uttara had said, we have to we get a chance to focus on the conceptual thinking of that area when open book exams are concerned. So, for example. A common misconception is that we have in an open book exam we get to look up an answer for every question, but actually it depends on the question being asked. So if the questions are mostly focused on conceptual thinking, then we don't get the chance to look up everything. We just get to brush up our basics which we have already looked before. So it is actually harder than our traditional system, but more useful, more productive. That's what I think.
Okay, so I just support Gauri that actually in our country the main problem is with the student is that they just start to rote learning process. That is, they study by heart all the concepts. Even engineering, which is a much more creative subject and which is mostly, as Ganga said, it is more practical. But the students take it to learn by heart all the concept and then just omit all this in the examination. So by starting this open book test, we can actually improve the conceptual learning. We can actually reform the education system that is in India. Then we can actually improve the quality of education, what I believe. Because as I heard the topic initially, I first remember the scene from the, as Ganga said, the Three Idiots, as that Ranjo saying some word in the board and then asking to find out the explanation for that. But even the professors in that college start to search for the answer, and finally everyone fails to find, as it was out of syllabus, it was not in the textbook. So that is a best example of the education system that was followed throughout India, where we are not finding any or giving any importance to the practical concepts or the concepts that are being taught in engineering, and mainly mugging up and just studying by heart before the exam and then vomiting it in the exams. But as these are the pros, we also, if it is time bounded, we can also save a lot of paper also. If it is combined with MCQ type questions, then we can save a lot of paper. We can actually reduce much more money that is being invested in creating this question paper and also the answer sheets. So thereby we can make the examination system more economical in our country. And I want to also add some cons to this. There are many misconceptions like many will try to copy or somewhat like that. But I think in the graduate level we should introduce this system as a much more matured. As we go to this college state and all, we become more matured. So It is for our well-being that we are going to study and write an examination. It's not about copying or anything else. And so that is some cons or misconceptions about the open book test. More about that, I would like if it is there a proper time schedule is there for examination for a particular answer or question that is going to ask. It should not be directly. This is one of the challenge, you can say, that we should not add questions directly that we can derive from test. Somewhat creative questions should be important, so that by referring the text we can get some ideas and then we can build down the answers from there. So this is one of the challenge that I find in open book test.
Yeah, Arjun, I agree with you. People are lulled to a false sense of security when they hear that the word open book examination, but actually it is quite false, as the name suggested. But we should bring some reforms to open book examinations as well, because like Arjun said, there's a chance of copying. Even though students are expected to be mature, but we can't expect everyone to be that mature. So what we can implement is that we can, as you said, we can implement time schedules, and also we
Can make the questions more creatively. That is
yes.
not that we can directly get from the text. We can give some extra questions that we cannot get from text directly, but we can derive from there or build upon that.
Yes, exactly.
3 minutes left.
And also
3 minutes left.
the method of correcting the answer should be the answer should be not in a MCQ level, so that if it is an MCQ, we can't be sure whether the answer is copied or not. But if it is in a explained manner, then the teachers can understand whether this idea belongs to the student itself. Because our traditional way, every answer will be safe because they are just the memorized edition of our textbook. But in open book text test, it will be different.
Yes, we are expected to demonstrate a superior understanding of the concept and actually apply our knowledge. But fundamentally in India, there are certain set of challenges to implementing an open book exam. So one basic challenge is the kind of structure in education which we have been following since school. Unless there is a change in pattern, unless we introduce creativity and thinking and application at the school level, it will be impossible or close to impossible for students to make such a drastic shift in the college level. And it'll be quite unfair because in India, yes, it's the fact that there is a rural-urban divide. The kind of facilities that we have in urban areas, maybe with respect to access to information, whether it is in the form of internet or libraries or even access to universities, especially when we are in such a time we have to follow COVID protocols and social distancing. Even
Yes, that is there. I agree with Uttara, but
yes.
yeah, means this is one of the main challenge that we are facing because we have been practicing this system almost since the independence of India. So it will take time. I am not saying that we can just overnight we can build up the system, but slowly by slow process we can start reforming our education system slowly by
Okay.
implementing some measures.
Okay, so everyone, so since we have very little time left, I would like to conclude the discussion that we just had. So as far as open exams are only included in higher education, it's going to be okay because above the age of 18, students are actually mature to select what form of courses they want to do. If basically, so I want to talk about us who are present here right now. We are actually doing the rote learning process here. So we were actually ready to take it, but I have friends who are smarter than me, but they were not able to rote learn. So they are actually pursuing open book exams only to get that qualification. So I think human beings should be given that choice. But this system, I think, should not be introduced in primary education because as we all know, in primary education, the basics are being taught. So in primary education, if open book exams are introduced, then students will not have even the basics understanding, or like I can say, they won't even know that ABCDs of English alphabet. So I think in as long as it stays in higher education, it's going to be okay. And
It
as
would
long
be
as
better if we start this open book test in graduation level, because
yeah,
there is a memory test also, because in the primary schools and all, the students are more capable, means we
60
are testing their
seconds.
memory power. So that is also important in our life process. We have to build up our memory level, so that we are doing in our lower classes and all. But as we mature, it will be more reliable if we start this open book test. That is what my opinion is.
But some sort, shall I speak? Yeah. So, but some sort of reminder should be given to school children so that they can expect this type of exam when they grow up, right? That's
yeah,
what I believe.
that is
So
why
some
our
sort of
education
practice should
system,
be given in school level as well, so that it
yeah,
won't be a very drastic change for them.
Okay, then
yeah, we can,
Higher
yeah,
level, highest, I mean, after 8th or after 10th, if
Yes,
we
yeah,
train,
exactly. Now today
exactly.
itself, I in paper I saw one news that coding classes are being going to start from class 6 onwards. So that is a new initiative that government has put forward, so that in future jobs mostly will be coding related jobs, so that we can train the students as early as possible. Similar to that, we can also practice or conduct this
Last,
open book
last
from
20
class 8.
seconds. Last 20 seconds.
okay, so
Okay.
in a nutshell, I would like to conclude that as long as we know that the education is for our future, because as till we attain that maturity, it's good to stick on to the regular traditional way. But after we get that maturity, it's better it's open book so that we can go and pursue what we really wish for.
Oh, that was great,
If
and that was a good session, and I leave the floor open to Mr. Suresh to give his views, and then I would, if there is anything left for me, then I would put in my thoughts, and then we can answer some questions and close for the day. But let me tell you, I liked what I heard. Mr. Suresh, please.
Hi, good evening to all of you.
good evening, sir.
Good
Good evening.
evening, sir.
Good to see you all again. Thank you, Murugesh, Satish, and Raju for asking me to join in today. A little bit of a surprise from your side, asking me to be the only judge. Is that how you wanted it? Or given the fact that you normally do this, Murugesh and Satish, you want to share your views and then I can add to it?
No, we would want an unbiased view from you.
Satish, is that okay, Raju?
Perfect.
Okay. So I've made some notes before I get there. Very well-disciplined group. You kind of stuck to everything which has been told to you. To that extent, a round of applause to all of you for conducting yourself in a very, very smart manner. And there are a lot of observations that I have. And I'm not going to say, answer the question saying that who would I select from this. That is something that I would leave it to all of you to decipher once I complete what I have to say. So in terms of starting the discussion, we had Uttara starting, extremely polite, well begun, defined open book exams. And I noticed that instead of being very definitive about statements, Uttara very nicely used this thing of it's usually not true, it's usually not like that. So she gave enough scope for the unusual things also. She was not definitive about anything, which I think was a very good thing. She talked about traditional and the modern ways of conducting exams. I think that was also good and set the context very, very well. The only thing that I would have asked Uttara or asked Uttara to consider in the beginning is, while starting, it's good to kind of take permission saying that I would like to start and start. That was the only addition that I would kind of request you to consider. Since you made it such a polite beginning, everybody else listened and they were all good to you. If there was somebody who wanted to kind of disrupt you, could have said that, Uttara, wait, I would like to start. And then you get flustered and the whole thing goes off in a different direction. So it's always good to take permission of the group before you start if you decided to start. There is another observation about what you said, which I'll come to later. Ganga, I really like the way in which you started. You talked about movies, which is something which everybody's eyes lit up when you talked about Three Idiots and Chichore, and I think there was immediate acceptance of the rest of the group, which is very good to begin. So that is something which was good. You talked about the mental state of a student. I think while you talked about the mental state of a student, to bring it a little more live, I would have felt better if you had talked about yourself. You're a student. You could have talked about how difficult it is for exams and the kind of pressure it puts on you. And I'm sure that a lot of others go through that. Makes it a little more real for the people who listen rather than mental state of student. Unless you're going to say that and say, yeah, mental state of student. And there was a study recently done by whichever in which it said that students feel undue pressure even in IITs and things like that. And that is cause for mental depression. Then bring in some facts. So I didn't see that. So the better, if you didn't have facts there, you could have narrated your own example. Then nobody wants facts. You're talking from experience. So that was very good. Aksa, you came into the conversation well. You talked about conceptual testing, learning abilities. You talked about copy paste. You also talked about revolutionary change that can come about. But I felt that during the course of while talking, you kind of tended to drift away from what you started with. While you had good points, I would have loved to hear a couple of more sentences about what you thought about. You had a lot to say, maybe out of deference for the rest of the group, you kind of held yourself back. You had time to speak a little more is what I felt. With regard to Arjun, I think you came in after the three speakers ahead of you. You talked about, and you started by saying that I support Gauri, and then that's how you started off, which was good. Then you talked about your own points, which also I felt was quite good. But I felt the points that you said were all spoken by the earlier speakers. I didn't see anything new coming out till the latter part when you actually spoke about one or two more new points. So while repeating points which come in, while you said you supported Gauri, actually you're repeating a lot of points. Please consider acknowledging the others and saying that my views are very similar to the three earlier speakers or the two earlier speakers. Here is one more thing that I would like everybody to consider. So try constructing your 2 minutes in that kind of a manner so that there is a little more of context to what you're saying. Then we had Jason coming in towards the end, and I was a little confused as to why Jason was keeping silent. So there were opportunities for all of you to kind of nudge Jason into the conversation, and there is Gauri about whom I'll speak. So that is something which I thought could have been done because he was really speaking only in the last 2 minutes when Murugesh said it's 3 minutes or something is when he started speaking. So some of you had the opportunity to kind of bring him into the conversation a little early is what I felt. About Gauri, I think you talked about a lot of points, again, built upon what the earlier speakers said. Little bit of what feedback I shared for Arjun is what I would like to tell you. Common points, instead of repeating them, say that I agree with these points 1, 2, 3. This is one new point that I would like to say. This is a different angle that I would like to bring in. I think I would like to hear those kind of statements, which means that you're playing along with the group rather than only worried about what you're saying. So that is something that I would request you to consider, given that you spoke fourth or fifth is what you spoke. Jason, you started by saying that I would like to conclude the discussion. That's what you started, but you went on saying 2, 3 new points. So make up your mind. If you're going to conclude, then you conclude the discussion rather than come with new points. I like the points that you said. So what could you have done? I have a few points, and after that, I would like to conclude. So you could have said your points and then said, I would like to conclude, which would have kind of taken the discussion to a good close. At about, when you had about 2, 3 minutes, I was really jotting down. This group seems to be completely aligned. Everybody was in agreement with the topic. Everybody said open book, pros, cons, why it should be. But then Uttara, you came in and talked about something which I thought gave a little more life to the whole discussion. You came in and said that, how do you now move to an open book kind of an examination system, given the fact that in our country it has been like this, and therefore we need to lay the foundation for this right in the early age. And I think after that, the debate itself took a new direction, and everybody started talking about how do you kind of transit. And I think that's a very good thing to do when there is a lot of convergence of opinion. If everybody says open book is right, it gives you an opportunity to say that the group seems to be agreeing that open book is right, and then talk about what are things which would work in the mind of the administrator. What would the person sitting in the university think about open book exams, and how do we graduate from regular exams to open book exams? And I think that's a good way to kind of set a context to the topic, and you're building on the consensus which is already built in the group. That is something that I would like to consider, but that gave a new flavor, which I really liked. So overall, like Murugesh indicated, very, very good discussion. Lot of good points which came in. And this is a very qualitative subject, so there were no facts, figures, numbers which came in. It was about perception that you have. It was about your own experience as a student. It was about your wish as to how could it move. So some points which could have come in, if you had prepared for this, some of the points that I would have liked to hear is, in our country, we don't really have this open book system, is what we think of. At what level does this happen? Do open books exams occur in an IIM or an IIT? Do these institutes do it? Or can you compare our education system with 2 or 3 other countries, saying that we always aspire our education system to become better? So do you want to take a benchmark of a UK or a US or some other country and say that these are countries which have open book exams? And that will come out of learning, which Murugesh was talking about, right? If you had prepared on this topic, you would have got those points. So that is another observation that I have. All of you spoke right at the moment. You spoke about what you know. There was hardly any view outside the room which came in. There was no new knowledge or nothing about reading which came in. Imagine if somebody had really read about open book exams and talked about 10, 15 countries in which open book exams are really working well, and then therefore narrate about it. I think you would have made a big impression because all of you are essentially agreeing on the topic. So the value of reading comes in because you could have gotten some points which was not available in the discussion. So these are my points which I noted. 1 or 2 points which I would request you to kind of consider not making. And Arjun, I'm just taking an example of 1 or 2 lines that you said. I think you made the statement very, very casually, saying that future jobs are all going to be based on coding, which is a very definitive statement that you make. If I was sitting there or in the group, I could have kind of said, could you please elaborate on what basis are you saying that all future jobs in the world are going to be based on coding? So consider that while making statements, because somebody wants to know whether you're making sweeping statements. If you're making sweeping statements, back that up, saying that this is what I base my statement on. And I believe all jobs in future could be based on coding. All engineering jobs could be based on coding, makes it a little better. I really don't think a doctor's job is going to be based on coding or a lawyer's job is going to be based on coding. So your statement sounded a little loose to me. And I made a note of it. So you know that while I was looking at all the statements, this was one statement which I felt was a little out of place. So my request is, please be very sure this is not a casual conversation. You are being looked at by somebody, right? And then they are making a note of all the statements that you're doing. So if you get into the interview stage, maybe I will start my interview with you asking this, saying that Arjun, in the conversation, you made a statement about coding. So let's talk about your coding skills. So it kind of takes you in a very different direction. I don't think your intention was that. You ended up making a statement, but please remember that people are watching you making note of it. Yeah. So Arjun, I hope you understand the context in which I'm saying this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So those were the observations that I had. I would like to round up by saying that very, very well spoken by everybody. I think Murugesh was also a little kind with you because he kind of helped you pace the time, saying that 2 more minutes left. He was like spoon feeding you a little bit. I think he likes you. But I don't think that really happens. Somebody should take the ownership and not leave it to Murugesh. And that is something which I missed. But I like the way in which Ganga again started off saying that as soon as the floor was open, she said, this is a topic that I like. And she started off. Again, consider how you want to kind of put it. And I think Ganga did a good job. She checked with everybody else in the room, saying that this is what I feel. What do you feel? Build consensus around it. Jason, I liked how you had a preference, but you weren't rigid. You said, I have a preference, but I'm okay. So that again showed that you're open. It's not as if you've got a great preference and you're not going to stall the conversation for your preference. You're willing to listen to the group if everybody likes it, which also I noted down, which was a very good thing that you begun. But after that, I didn't see enough of you in the conversation, Jason. I made a note of you. Jason is a good guy. He has a preference, but he's not rigid. That is exactly what I wrote down. But after that, I didn't see much from you, which I think you should use that opportunity. So this is broadly the points that I've noted down. If I missed anything, I would request Raju, Satish, Murugesh to kindly add.
I don't have anything else to add. You covered it all. Covered it all, but there is only one point. As usual, don't do this in a group discussion. After saying I covered it all, don't use words like vomit and couple of colloquial slangs. Avoid colloquial slangs. I told you one of the last points I said is you don't go vomit in the exam. That's what we do actually. In reality, that's what we do. But we don't need to say that. Avoid using colloquial slangs is one thing, and don't do what I did. This is a thing we should avoid in group discussions. Satish.
No, it's fine. I think you covered almost everything. And as Suresh said, it was a very good group and very gentle discussion.
Gentle is the right word. No, again, let me just pause here. And while we didn't get volunteers for the only 6 volunteers, please applaud all of them for being volunteers, for being tested in front of your peers, which is very, very smart of you people to do. So really appreciations for that.
Can we allow others to raise any question related to the group discussion?
Absolutely. So what I wanted to ask is the people who have been watching this, what did you feel? Is there anything that you would like to say?
Sir, I had one question.
Yeah, Arjun.
Sir, during the discussion itself, I found out one thing. That is, when I'm trying to speak, in my mind, a lot of ideas come at a time. But I struggle with which one to assemble first and make it a structure. That is what I'm finding a challenge.
So how would you want to kind of handle it? I think Murugesh has raised his hand, so maybe he could kind of guide you.
I would want you to talk and then I'll get into it. I said I'm reserving the time, I said.
Yeah, so Arjun, having a lot of points is a blessing actually. Imagine if you didn't have any points. That's a very difficult position to be in. So you have a good problem to solve. It's a happy problem. You've got a lot more points and everything is flowing in your head. You're mentally active, fantastic. I would just request you to number the points, saying put down 1, 2, 3, and then while starting say that I have thought of 3 points. Let me start with the first. And then start with the first and go to the second and the third.
Also, one thing is that when I start talking, sometimes I get some ideas, but when other people start means expressing their opinions, that I get diverted to that. Means the initial idea, it get suspended there. So is it better to come up with later, or is it okay if we're saying completely different from what others have said, or we should speak continuously?
No. I think this is a forum in which your mind, what came up in your mind is absolutely important to express. How to express it is the only thing. And like we spoke about earlier when we met, we can get into that discussion in a manner saying that we heard three lovely views from my earlier speakers. Here is one more view that I would like to share. So you're being very, very agreeable. You're being very agreeable. You're acknowledging the earlier speakers. And that is something I didn't see all of you saying much, except for that word which you said, I support. Be a little more friendly, be a little more graceful in acknowledging, saying, Uttara, fantastic start you made. Let me add to it. A great start, Uttara, to the debate. Ganga, thank you for helping us choose the topic. I think all these statements brings a lot of positivity, and the person sitting on the other side and marking you will think that you're a very, very positive kind of a person. You're generous with praise. You're generous with your words. That's the kind of people want in organizations. We don't want strung up people, cynical people in companies or in any place. So I think two ways in which I would look at it: points that you have, please express. How do you get into the discussion? I've given you a couple of ways in which you could get into the discussion. Other thing, generally to all team members in the group, it's good to kind of acknowledge and say good things about your fellow participants. Please practice that. Say good things. And use good adjectives. Lovely point, great point, I like your point. I didn't see any of that. You were just like, you had to say it and therefore you said, I support.
No, I want to say something more. Like you said, comparing with other countries, there are countries in which open book exams have proved better. But I couldn't collect that country's name. Country's name എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയില്ല. Country പേര് ഏതൊക്കെയാ? അറിയാം, വിദേശത്ത് കുറെ കൺട്രീസ്, USA അങ്ങനെ ഒരു എടുത്ത് ഒരു സ്പെസിഫിക് ആയിട്ട് പറയാൻ അറിയില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ.
കുഴപ്പമില്ല. ചിലപ്പോൾ അത് സ്പെസിഫിക് അല്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിയുമ്പം മേ ബി ബിക്കംസ് ടു ജനറൽ. അതുകൊണ്ട് പറയാതിരുന്നത് ആയിരിക്കും ഇന്നത്തെ ഇതിൽ. ഐ തിങ്ക് ദാറ്റ് വാസ് ബെറ്റർ. അറ്റ്ലീസ്റ്റ് വൺ കൺട്രി യു ഷുഡ് നോ.
പിന്നെ കോഡിങ്ങിന്റെ കാര്യം എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് രാവിലെ പത്രം വായിച്ചപ്പോ കണ്ട ഒരു കാര്യം. അപ്പൊ അത് കുറച്ചൊന്ന് അത് പൊരിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി പറഞ്ഞു.
One point I would like to add on the whole discussion. Actually, Murugesh gave you 8 minutes for preparation, and I believe the moderator is expecting you to come forward and start the discussion.
Yeah.
So you are waiting for him to, prompt.
Correct.
No need for that. You can start.
Adilam, in terms of how Ganga started, you could just set the rules for the engagement. You can thank Murugesh. You have and reiterate what he said. You have given us 8 minutes for preparation. You have given 10 minutes. So group, can we start? And here is my view about the topic that we can choose. Therefore, you are kind of setting the rules, and maybe after that, Murugesh will go into the background because he knows that there is somebody who is driving time.
Okay.
Yeah, these are small things which people notice, and I'm requesting you to consider that.
Okay.
Gauri, you wanted to say something?
No, sir.
Okay.
So again, this particular topic we had pros, cons, and challenges, isn't it?
Yes.
So should we speak by touching all equally or only pros? അങ്ങനെ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ? നമ്മളിപ്പോ ഒരു ജനറൽ ടോപ്പിക് ആണ്, അപ്പൊ അതിൽ പ്രോസ് മാത്രം ടച്ച് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാല്.
Illa, I think all of you did well. In that, I think most of you were for the topic about pros. You started talking a little bit about the difficulties in this. Uttara took it to a next level by saying that if we are to transit, what is the preparation we need to do, which was a very, very good angle to bring in. So in these kind of general topics, to give a balanced view is good. And also this question you ask, why is it that open book system has not happened in India? It's a good question to ask. You ask that question loud during the interview, during the GD itself. Since all of us agree that open book is a way to go, why has this not happened in our country? Can we reflect on that? And then you're setting the tone for the debate to go to a next level, right? And I think that is very important. How do you kind of navigate the group? How do you kind of push the group, nudge the group to a new aspect? And I think that's a good skill to have.
Right. So
spectators are all silent. I don't have any questions.
So I think there are no questions. There are no questions.
So,
Sir, I have one question actually. Sir, please excuse me.
Yes, sir.
So, in a group discussion, are there like timekeepers, or should among from the 6, there should be one keeping the time? Because the reason I was keeping numbers first is that I thought my peers would give me a chance, or there would be a pause. And because I can't see what everyone is like, if everyone is like going to jump right in, I thought the students who had said their views once would give me a chance. But I actually saw people, I'm not taking names or I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just to reflect on the situation. I just saw people giving multiple opinions even before me getting one chance. So when I attended a group discussion, there was actually a lot. We had to take numbers. The order was decided through that system, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then everyone had a chance to speak. Is that what happens in a group discussion, or do we have to, like, because this is not a debate, should I indulge in, or say I have to speak, you have to give me a chance, or should I indulge in like that, or should I wait?
No, I think again, Murugesh has a point of view. I'll request him to speak, and then I'll add.
Typically, like I said in the beginning, there are two kinds of group discussion. One is a structured group discussion, and this is an unstructured group discussion. And this was an unstructured group discussion where I told you in the beginning, these are the instructions and it's up to you to take it. That is point number one. Point number two, this is a dog-eat-dog world. Obviously, nobody is going to be nice to you. At the best, they can be polite with you. That's what everybody is there. You will have to jump in you will have to jump in at the right time. There were enough and more pauses. For example, I was just writing down the order in which people were talking. You ideally should have moved in when there was a bit pause after Arjun talked. Arjun talked for a while, and then there was a pause, and then Gauri came in with an additional point. There was a pause. You just let go of that pause. I'm not blaming you. Next time, don't wait for an opportunity. Nobody will be polite. In a structured group discussion, people will be given numbers. But even though in a structured group discussion, if you don't get instructions, you should automatically assume it is an unstructured group discussion. Over to Suresh.
No, I think completely agree, resonate with what Murugesh has said. And given the fact that there is a high chance that some of your GDs are going to happen online, also consider that. So you also have the technique of raising your hand on a Zoom. You go to that emoji and put that up. Then your rest of the participants know that you've got something to say. Consider that. Since the meeting started without deciding any order, you can come in. And I think that is something I would request Jason, everyone to kind of create these lines in your mind. How do I get into a conversation with an acknowledgement of somebody or by agreement with somebody? So it doesn't look abrupt. And like what Murugesh said, there was enough pauses during various stages of the GD where you could have easily come in. Yeah. And normally you don't get an opportunity after the GD to sit with the company to say that this is what I had in mind, right? So you miss that opportunity there and you're not selected on account of this, then you can only prepare for your next company. So today is a different session. It's a mock, and therefore you could tell how your mind worked. That opportunity you might not always get. So this is the opportunity for everyone. It is equal. You're not being impolite. So jump in, share your point.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Great. Over back to the organizers. Since there are no questions.
If there are any more questions from the audience. So if there are any questions, we can go ahead and take them, or we can move on to the vote of thanks. I think there are no questions. So maybe we'll move to the vote of thanks. So I'd like to invite Aksa to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Uttara. Good evening, everyone. I'm Aksa Mariam Sajan, first year MBA student, and I'm here to present the vote of thanks for today's lecture conducted as a part of Crack It 2021 hosted by CET BBC Club. I would like to thank our guest trainer, Advocate Murugesh Ramaiah sir, for enlightening us with his experience and knowledge. Today's session gave deep insights into the topic group discussions and also revealed many practical aspects. I personally liked how he made the session more interesting, quoting his former experiences. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for Mr. Suresh Kumar R for sparing time out of his busy schedule. Thank you for invigilating our mock group discussion, sir. I am pretty sure the precious knowledge that Mr. Murugesh and Mr. Suresh gave us will definitely help us in our placements. I would also like to thank the CET BBC Club and our alumni for organizing this resourceful session. A big thanks to the student volunteers who worked really hard to make this event successful. Last but not least, I thank all the students for their presence this evening. Thank you all. Stay safe. Good night.
And on that note, thank you, Aksa. And on that note, this wonderful session of Crack It 21 has come to an end. Thank you all for joining us. So until our next session, take care, stay safe, and remain bold and confident. Good night.